So LeBron chose the Sixers. After missing out on going to the Knicks, like I was pumping all the last 2 years, definitely last year when the Knicks lost to the Pacers, I was pumping he should have went to the Knicks. Now, since the Knicks won a championship this year, because I was pumping, he can't go to them if they win a championship. I already predicted that the Knicks was going to win a championship. He need to go there and be their point guard now because he can get credit for them winning a championship. Because every championship with the Knicks is two for him. But now, since that option is off the table, because he was pressed to be a Laker, which he should have never been a Laker. The Lakers were trying to sabotage him since after he won a championship. It was all about sabotaging him, taking the ball out of his hand. He won a championship being a point guard. He should have said, and then after he wanted Kyrie, and they told him to get out of here, he should have said next time the contract came up, he should have went to the Knicks. The Knicks was building a ready-made team for him. And we see a team that can make the finals without him. And that's what they did. They made the finals without him, and then they won a championship without him. He could have went there and they could have been an all-time great team before they won a championship. Now that happened, that's out the window. And that's why I was pumping him going there last year. Because it's time for you to be a point guard. And that team was perfect for you to be a point guard. But hey, it's over. Let's move on. He's with the Sixers now. And what do I think about him going to the Sixers? I think it's a great move. I think it's a great move. You're not going to get as much clout. As the reason I was pumping him going to the Knicks, because he would got way more clout winning the Knicks a championship. But is this just as good? It might be if Embiid, and this is a big if Embiid is healthy, this is the better move. Because he got Maxey, he got Jaylen Brown, he got the young ball. And if Embiid healthy, he got a ready-made team where he can do what he's been doing the last year. Take 12 shots and just assist. He don't have no point guard here. Nobody gonna take the ball out of his hand. There's nobody gonna take the ball out of his hand. That's why the Lakers was not a fit for him. He should have been left. When Luka, he should have realized this last year. Luka and Reeves take the ball out your hand. The Lakers been doing this the whole time. Bringing people on the team since you and AD won a championship. They kept bringing people on the team to take the ball out your hand. You won a championship with you at point guard and AD at the 4. And after y'all dominate the league, they remove you from point guard. They remove AD from the power forward position and say, AD, you're going to be center now. A position he doesn't want to play. They said, LeBron, yeah, you averaged 10 assists. You were the best point guard in the league. You the next thing, the Magic Johnson. We don't want you to be point guard full time. And LeBron and AD didn't complain. AD didn't complain until right before they were about to trade his ass. LeBron didn't complain because LeBron in his mind, I want that all-time scoring record, so it's cool. But okay, as you got the all-time scoring record, you should already been realizing, okay, it's time for me to be point. It's time for me to try to average 2015. And LeBron, he can't average. I don't believe he's gonna average 20 points because he don't get to the free throw. The league hates him. He don't get to the free throw line, so he's not gonna get 20 points. He can't do the 20-20, but he can get 15 assists, 18 points, 16 points, and 13 assists, especially on this Sixers team. LeBron is the perfect fit for the Sixers team because they don't have nobody who's a point guard on this team. They got Maxey. Maxey is not a point guard. He's a shooting guard. Jaylen Brown is not a point guard. He's a shooting guard / power forward. He's a perfect person for this team, especially if Embiid give you 50 games during the season and he's healthy during the playoffs. He's perfect. All LeBron experience, all his knowledge on his team. And like I've been saying, LeBron he's at this point in his career, he's Magic Johnson. He's not the scorer he used to be before. He's not. What made LeBron great is his freak athletic ability and his passing ability. Yes, he's the all-time greatest scorer with the most points, but he's not a scorer. He's a balance between scoring and being a point guard. Now he can be full-time focused, full-time on being a point guard. He's going to average no less than 12 assists. Put that in the books now. He's going to average no less than 12 assists. And if Embiid give him 50 games, he's going to average 14 to 15 assists. He's going to put up record numbers. He's going to put up Magic Johnson numbers. And he's still faster and more athletic than Magic Johnson in his prime. He's still with the body of Karl Malone, and he's still faster and athletic than Karl Malone. He's not what he used to be, but he's faster and more athletic than Magic Johnson and Karl Malone. But he still got the mind. He got the mind of Magic Johnson with the body of Karl Malone. So people, the haters, they going, this don't mean nothing. No, this means everything. They're going to the championship. And I got them winning. If Embiid is healthy in the playoffs. Because LeBron is the perfect balance. If you don't have nobody competing with LeBron being point guard, like when he won with the Lakers, there was nobody on the team. Rondo was coming off the bench. He was point guard off the bench. LeBron, they handed it totally over to LeBron to be point guard. And then after that, they said that Rob Pelinka, Kobe agent, decided to sabotage him. He did everything in his power to sabotage him after he won a championship. They totally destroyed the team, totally removed LeBron and AD from the positions that just dominated the league. But now, there's nobody, he's point guard. And the Sixers need a point guard. They need somebody to say, hey, Jaylen Brown and Maxey, y'all not going to just be hogging the ball. I'm going to be there. I'm only going to shoot 10 to 12 shots a game. I'm going to make sure y'all get y'all shots. Embiid is not going to play the whole season. What we want is to get Embiid to get 50, 45 games out of the guy during the season while he rests a lot and have him ready for the playoffs where he can then play the whole playoffs. Now, that's a big if. The guy's injury prone. Every time he go up, he looks like he's about to blow out his knees. So that's a big if. But if they can pull it off where they can have Embiid only play 45 games, or 45 or 50 games, and in the playoffs be totally healthy, then they winning. They don't need Embiid for the whole 81 games, 82 games. They don't need them. 50 games, 45 games is good enough. You can't make 50, 45 games, then get rid of the guy. But he got a dominant center when he's there, which means you got a dominant center when it's an important game. And you don't need him when it's not an important game. You're going to get a bum team. LeBron, Maxey, Jaylen Brown, the young boy, they're good enough to beat any team that's not top tier. When I say top tier, I'm talking about Spurs, OKC, the Knicks, and maybe Miami. Everybody else they can beat. Without Embiid. So this is the perfect team for him out of the choices he had. Yes, Miami would have been good for him to be in Miami with Giannis, but I see why LeBron made that choice because it's only Giannis. Bam is overrated. You go look at his numbers, the guy is completely overrated. LeBron looked at him, he see Bam as worse than Bosh. Bosh was extremely overrated. He's like, nah, I'm not going, because if I go there, I got to be the second best player. Bam is overrated. The guy percentages is ridiculous. You look at his numbers, they overrated. Who cares that he scored 87 points on 100 free throws? Nobody cares. LeBron seen that and say, overrated. It's going to be just me and Giannis, and I just want to be a point guard. I want to transfer my game over to Magic Johnson. LeBron see that I can still be quarterback of this team, of a team. I can't be one of the major scorers. I don't want to be the second scorer. And I don't want somebody taking the ball out of my hand like Luka and Reeves was doing. I don't want nobody who take the ball out of my hand. Go post up and shoot threes or slash to the basket. Or when I give you the ball, you can then score on your own. But I don't want somebody who looking to pass the ball. I want to be the main passer. I want to quarterback this thing. And he picked the perfect team to quarterback. No way in hell you could have went to the Cavs with James Harden there. You got James Harden going, he's going to be trying to pass the ball all day. No way you could have worked. That wouldn't work. And LeBron, he don't care about the points right now. He know whatever points I get is going to it's cherry on top. I'm going to still get them 45,000 points and put it out of range. Put the all-time scoring record out of range for all times. I'm still going to do that. But I don't need a score. I don't need a score because I wanted LeBron to do it earlier where he would still score 20. But now he's looking to score 18, 16 points. But he know 18, 16 points, that's cool. But I'm putting up 12 to 13 assists, especially on this team if Embiid play. I'm going to put up record numbers on assists. I got these young boys around me. Even when Embiid played, it's going to be even more easy. When he actually play, it's going to be easy. We're going to dominate. So he doesn't have to play that much because when he do play, when I do play and I need him in big games, it's going to be domination. I'm perfect at a point guard. It's going to be 1-2, not 1-2, 1-4. So it's going to be ridiculous when Embiid do play. You save Embiid for the big games, for the OKCs, the Nuggets, the Lakers, just to destroy the Lakers, for the Knicks, for the Miami Heat. That's it. That's the only time you bring the Spurs. That's the only time you bring Embiid out. Only time you bring them out is for those teams. You can bring them out to crush some teams because you can get some chemistry. But you only bring them out for them teams in the playoffs. That's all you need them for. Outside that, they need to get a good backup center because we're going to run a gun. I'm going to run a gun with these young boys. That's what I'm looking to do when Embiid not around. But when we got these nice teams where we can't run a gun against, then we're going to have Embiid to dominate. We're going to be able to run a gun and then when we come down and in the half court, we got Embiid to destroy anything. Me and Embiid destroying anything. It's perfect. It's just like with the Lakers. LeBron, he's point guard on offense and he's power forward on defense. Because people say, it ain't going to work. How LeBron going to be point guard? He's not going to guard point guards. He's going to switch and be the power forward on defense. That's what he did with the Lakers. But with the Lakers, LeBron still had good defense. So he was able to still play point sometimes and guard point. LeBron would switch it up. That's why it worked so great because LeBron and AD would switch it up. Sometimes they would come down, LeBron is point guard and AD is power forward. Sometimes LeBron would come down, he's point guard, AD is at the center. Sometimes LeBron would come down, he's power forward, AD at the center. It worked out. LeBron going to be majority at point. It's perfect. He just won't get the praise he would have got for winning with the Knicks. That's why I want him to go to the Knicks. He got more praise for winning a championship. But can he win a championship? Yes, definitely. If Embiid can get to the playoffs healthy, easily, he wins a championship. The only thing they got to find a center who can run and gun with them and rebound. Because Embiid won't have to play. Embiid is not even a great rebounder, even when he play. But they need to get a center who can rebound and but fast, who can run and gun with them. That's what they gotta pick up. But outside that, it's all look. If they can work this out, they can easily win a championship. To me, if they make it with Embiid healthy into the playoffs and he actually plays and don't get injured like he always do, and that's a big if. But if they do make it, I don't see how anybody can beat them. People talking this crap, I don't see how anybody can beat them. The Knicks ain't beating them with a healthy Embiid and LeBron at point, with Jaylen Brown and Maxey on the wing. It ain't happening. Yeah, they got great defense, but they ain't go against no team that have firepower like that. See, the problem is the Sixers don't have a point guard. They're just going out there and everybody taking turns. Now they will have LeBron, to me, is now going to be Magic Johnson 2.0. He's going to be great at point. Now he's totally focused on point. He even said it. He doesn't want to be a second scorer. He wants to be a point guard. He finally accepts that he got to be a point guard. It's time. To me, you should have did it 2 years ago. This is how you stay in the lead till 44 years old, 45 years old. Point guard. Don't even focus on being a scorer. 10, 12 shots a game, which I think with LeBron, he's going to still average around 16, 18 points. Possibly 20. If he shoots 40% from three, he's going to average 20 points. Shooting 12 shots a game. And like I said, if Embiid is healthy during the playoffs and everybody healthy during the playoffs, nobody can beat him. Knicks ain't beating no. Y'all can talk all that crap y'all want. Knicks ain't beating those. Knicks ain't beating those Sixers with a full power. This roster full power. Knicks defense was great, but they didn't go against no team like this. They didn't. Don't hit me with that. Oh, they was stopped. They know they won it. They ain't going against a team like this. This team and Mike Brown is a great defensive coach. They're not beating this full power. They're not beating no. They didn't. The problem of why they swept the Sixers because they didn't have no point guard to slow it down and beat them in the half court. They just taking turns. That's the problem with the Sixers. They just taking turns trying to score. They didn't have no point guard. Now they're about to see the best point guard. LeBron totally focused on being point is about to be over if they full power. Now, if they go against them without Embiid, a healthy Embiid, then yeah, the Knicks are going to beat them. I'm talking about them coming into the playoffs fully healthy. Knicks being fully healthy. They're not beating the Sixers with LeBron at point. This is the first time LeBron is this is the best big LeBron been with, who's a true center, and the best wings he had. Defensive wings who great at shooting the three. Maxey and Jaylen Brown. Then you got a young boy. You got young boys you can run and gun with when you don't depend on them during the playoffs, but you can depend on Embiid, Jaylen Brown, and Maxey during the playoffs with you being point. It's over. The king is back in the East. Sorry, Knicks. The king is back in the East. And before he left, he went to 8 finals in a row. The king is back in the East, Knicks fans, and y'all know it. Y'all worried because guess what? The guy ran the East. And he's going to run the East as a point guard, a full-on point guard. He's going to run it. So, y'all win your championship, all great, and y'all a great team. And I thought LeBron should have went there. But this is a good decision. He won't get as much praise, but he is going to get praise, though, because the Sixers haven't won a championship since the 80s. 1980 to be exact. So all the people that say, "Oh, LeBron runs to LeBron runs to a champion." No, he don't run the championship teams. He went to the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat got put out the first round before he came there, and he ain't won a championship in like 4 years. He went to the Lakers. The Lakers were done. It was the Kobe era was over. It was totally done. They was trash. He went back to Cleveland. They were done. They weren't when they didn't make the playoffs without him. LeBron understood he wanted the Knicks, but he understood he can't go to the Knicks. The Knicks already won a championship. So all that lying on LeBron saying he's going to a team that's already like winning. No, he goes to the team and then he builds the team and then they win. And in this case, the team is already built. He already realized the team is already built. We don't need nothing. I go here, and if I'm going to go somewhere for cheap, I'm going to go to a team that's already built, that didn't win anything, and I'm going to get the credit. And it's over for the Knicks if they're healthy going into the playoffs. Is both teams healthy? Knicks don't have a chance in hell to beat the Sixers. Don't have a chance in hell if both teams healthy because you're not beating that offense. And no team in my mind, because Wemby, unless he put on 50 pounds, if Embiid is healthy, Embiid going to crush Wemby. Crush him. OKC needed Giannis. They missed out. They ain't even trying to win. They should have been going hard against Giannis. They not beating the Spurs. They already got beat. You ain't supposed to let the Spurs beat you now. You supposed to be trying to run your game, trying to get your dynasty. but they ain't really go in. And then as the season, they said they should have went and got Giannis. They should have been the hardest people to go get Giannis. They didn't do it. So they ain't got a chance. You don't got a chance in hell to beat this full power Sixers team. The king has returned to the East. It's over. The king has returned. And Knicks, yes, y'all a good team. But y'all, let's stop acting like the Knicks is some type of dynasty that they on a run. No, y'all won a championship. Y'all broke through. All great. Y'all are a great team. I thought LeBron should have went there 2 years ago. And I've been seeing it on this channel. They should have been going to the Knicks 2 years ago. But the run is over. The run is over if this team is healthy. And look, that's a big if. I ain't saying it's a guarantee that they beat the Knicks, that the Sixers beat the Knicks. I'm saying that they come in, both teams come in full power, the Knicks have no chance in hell to beat the Sixers. No chance in hell. But it's a big if because we already know Embiid blows his knee out when a feather hit his knee. When a feather hit it, it blows out. So it's a big if. But if they're both healthy, it ain't no chance in hell. The Sixers didn't have a point guard last year. They had bum ass Paul George. They got Jaylen Brown to replace him. And now they got the person I believe could be the best point guard since Magic Johnson and LeBron James. It's over if they meet y'all in the playoffs, full power, Knicks fans. Over. And LeBron knows this. That's why he went there. He understood, like, if I go to this team, they miss all they missing is a point guard. All this team missing is a point guard. And that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to average 12 to 13 assists on this team. That's what I'm trying to average. All this team is missing is the point guard, and I'm trying to be that. The Lakers, when I was going to be the second field to AD and be point guard to him, I averaged 10 assists, and then since then they've been focused on taking the ball out of my hand. Here, there's nobody to take the ball out of my hand. There's nobody that's a good passer on this team. There's nobody who's going to be looking to get assists. I'm on a team with scorers, pretty good scorers, and young boys ready to run, and they want to win. Jaylen Brown want to prove he can still win championships. He want to prove over Jason Tatum that they made a mistake picking Jason Tatum over him. Maxey want to be one of the best players ever, one of the best shooting guards ever. Embiid won a championship. He at least won. He know his career about to be over. So he gonna do everything that LeBron told him to do to stay healthy, because he can win a championship or two. Because he can still be looked at as one of the best centers. He got these young boys and LeBron, the per person to bring balance to all of them. Where none of y'all can have an ego over me because none of y'all won nothing other than Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown, you want to get to the point of me. You want to get multiple championships. So this is what it is. It is what it is.